We'd like to welcome everyone here to celebrate the love between these two amazing people. And Jess, we're really proud you showed up on time for this. Now, before we begin...
Okay, I just wanted to check that Jeb had his headphones out before we started. Now we can really start. The four of us all met about 8 years ago at the start of grad school.
We've all been sort of fortunate enough to be in Jess and Jeb's lives for basically the start of their friendship up until this very moment. We wouldn't have really predicted this outcome at the start, if we're honest. Jess and Jeb had sort of different ideas of fun.
Jess wanted to go out dancing, watch soccer at the bar, go to concerts and sporting events.
Jeb wanted to play Magic the Gathering, watch wrestling, and play video games. But as a group, we were able to combine our shared interests, get together either for game nights, drinks, dinners, or just generally hanging out.
And despite the fact that Jess and I both thought Jeb was a little strange, I mean, he doesn't like the Buffalo Bills. During these times together, Jess and Jeb seemed to grow a bit closer to each other, maybe smile at each other a bit more, or always seemed to find a spot next to each other during a game night.
At a certain point, we were just like, get on with it already.
Me, being the subtle friend that I am, I decided to tweet at the potential couple, and in the famous words of @J_Crames, just date each other. And the rest was history.
So we all have Jill to thank for this, for sure.
You're welcome.
We were then able to see Jess and Jeb grow in their love for each other and as a couple.
It seemed like Jess and Jeb were perfect puzzle pieces. Their strengths complement each other, and their flaws, although Jess would tell you she has none, are places in which they push each other to grow. We are so happy that you guys found each other and have built this incredible life and love together. We are thankful to be a part of your love story.
Jess and Jeb have decided to write their own vows. They're going to share those now. Jess, we're going to let you go first in case Jeb needs a little time.
If you would have told me when we met all those years ago in the Chase Hall that we'd be standing here today doing this, I would have never believed it. But time and time again, you've been exactly what I've needed. Even when I didn't know what it was. You've been steady and consistent the past 6 years. But that's not to say you're predictable or boring. Because so many days are an adventure with you. Even tackling the smallest task, like picking out cabinet hardware. Falling in love with you was effortless, and while I still cringe thinking about chickening out of our first real date and calling it a friend's date, I'm so grateful that you're persistent. Past shy me didn't realize that this is what dreams are made of. Thanks, Lizzie McGuire. I've never had to question where I stand, what we are, or your feelings about me, which has been such a blessing. You're a true gentleman and have proved countless times that you always put the people you love above all else. It's been quite the ride at times, and throughout it all, you've always been my source of calm and stability, my happy place. There are not enough languages and ways to say thank you, but I promise to spend the rest of our lives figuring out ways to do so. I promise to be your loudest cheer for your whims and the safe shelter for your losses. I promise to wake you gently from your many naps, but only when absolutely needed, like when there's a 3-dimensional bug in the house. I promise to show up on the sunny days of life and love when life is easy, and on the cloudy, dreary days when it's not so easy. I promise to always remember to order Lahmacun on Valentine's Day, except when it lands on a Monday, and to eventually learn to make it myself. And I promise to bring the best version of myself to be your partner, your best friend, and your wife for the rest of your life. Being your girlfriend and then your fiancé have been the best 2 chapters of my life so far. And I can't wait for the next pages and chapters we'll write together as husband and wife. I love you.
All right, so I had to follow that up. Yeah! They know what it is. Jessica,
Transition.
you are my beloved, my dovey, and my bae. While we started out as classmates and became friends, I realized with time that you had the traits that I wanted in a partner for life. You were compassionate, considerate, always willing to go to the extreme for the people that you love. The amount of energy that you put into this wedding is a perfect example of that. I've also come to admire your dedication to minding the details, even if it means more work for me. And in those quiet moments when we were snuggled up, you provide me with a sense of peace and contentment that no one else has. I'm very lucky to be loved by you. For these reasons, I stand before you and everyone else here, prepared to join my life to yours forever. Forever, ever. Jess, I promise to make you feel seen, even when no one is looking. I promise to protect you from all moving 3D threats to your sense of safety, as well as any others. I promise to keep you grounded when your anxiety is going out of control. I promise to just keep one earbud in when you're talking. I promise to try to see a situation from your eyes before reacting. After today, no matter where we are not alone. Thank you for being with me and joining your life to mine. Until the moment my heart starts beating, I love you.
Jessica and Cebrahil, you have expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises you have just made.
It is with these in mind that we pronounce you partners in life. You may kiss.
Now introducing, for the first time, the newly married Mrs. and Mr. Jess and Jeb. The couple requested some thoughts on marriage at this part, and thank you, Jess, for giving us a little creative control here.
And really a little.
I'm not married,
I've only been married like 3 years.
but we're gonna give it our best shot here. So we hope for you to have a marriage of love, understanding, and fun.
Be sure to always choose each other and listen with open hearts and minds. especially during game night when, believe it or not, you both have good ideas. Remember, what matters most is not the ceremony, but the love you share for each other and the life you have built and will continue to build together.
Two people in love do not live in isolation. Their love is a source of strength from which they may nourish not only each other, but the world around them. And in turn, we, their community of family and friends, have a responsibility to this couple.
By our steadfast care, respect, and love, we can support their marriage and the new family they are creating today. Will you, who are present here today, surround Jessica and Cebrahil in love, offering them the joys of your friendship and supporting them in their marriage?
We will.
The ring is a circle, an ancient symbol of eternity and completeness. So perfect, with no beginning and no end. For love that is given comes back round again. You are each the beginning and the ending, each the giver and the receiver. Jessica and Cebrahil, please place the ring on your partner's finger.
This ring is a token of my love. I offer you all that I have, all that I am, and all that I will be.
And will now you, Cebrahil, call Jessica your wife, your partner in creating a loving future together?
I will.
And will you, Jessica, call Cebrahil your husband, your partner in creating a loving future together?
I will.